Hello, it's Gabby, and we're going to do some fierce Pilates today. So we're going to begin in a plank on our elbows. Remember, you can come down to your knees if ever you need to. Starting by rocking forward and back on our toes. Core is in. Try not to let the bottom lift up as we rock back. Press hard through the forearms to not dump through the shoulders. Keep breathing. Try and go a little bit further forward, a little bit further back. Squeeze the belly in towards your spine. Gonna hold this next one forward and do some little pikes, lifting up and down with the hips. Try to keep those shoulders still so they're staying over the elbows, they're not rocking back. We lift up by coming higher on the toes, scooping belly in towards spine. Keep breathing. Make sure you come all the way down, back to that straight line with the body. Up, squeezing down, squeezing up, resisting down. Holding this next one down, dipping hips side to side. Squeezing the obliques. If you need to, you can come down to your knees or you can slow it right down. Stay strong with the shoulders. Try and get those hips down a little bit lower. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Gonna come back to center, rock forward and back again. Squeeze the abs. Keep the bottom down. Strong through the shoulders. Hold this next one forward again. Little pike, squeezing up and down. Same movement as before, try to keep those shoulders still. Coming down with control, make sure you're still squeezing the abs in when you come down. Up, resist the down. Squeeze up, resist the down. About to hold it down again. Dip those hips one more time, side to side. Again, slower is okay. See how low down you can get those hips. Keep breathing. Almost there with this song. But a little while to go in the plank still. Holding in the center. Rock forward and back again. Holding and coming onto our side, staying down on the elbows, and we're going to go into a side plank. Start by pulsing up and down, up and down. Make it a tiny movement, squeeze the obliques. If it's getting too much, you can just drop down to your bottom knee. Your top foot can come down to the mat, or your top hand can come down to the mat as well. So if you're only feeling this in the shoulder and not the obliques, take an easier option. Think about the obliques squeezing up. Keep breathing. Making it a tiny movement so you can go any higher. Holding it up, twisting that elbow down towards the mat, then lift back up. So your hips stay up high, squeeze the obliques to twist the upper body down. That hand can be down on the mat for this. Just making sure you're moving the body, keep those hips up high. Coming into the other side for that pulse, up and down. Squeezing obliques in and up. Remember those easier options if you need them. Making it tiny. Trying not to dump through that shoulder. Holding it up, start to twist that elbow down towards the mat and back up. Keep those hips up high, keep breathing. Easier options are there if you need them. Think about your obliques pulling you down. About to come back to center, and we're going to dip our hips side to side again. Keep squeezing the obliques. Core is in. Lowering down with control. Knees are there if you need them. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Almost there for this song. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and holding in center. Bottoms down, deep breath. Going to come up to our hands with control. Start by rocking forward and back. Same idea as before. Keep the bottom down as you rock back. Scoop belly in. Press hard through the knuckles, through the fingertips, less through the wrists. Keep the legs strong. Length through the neck. Keep moving. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Holding it forward, little pikes up and down. Scoop the belly in. Again, try to keep those shoulders still, keeping them over the hands this time. Holding it down, knee to chest, up and up. Core is in, squeeze those knees up higher. Try and aim for the chest, not just down and forward towards the mat. Lift them up. Taking them under and across now to opposite elbow. 4, 3, 2, back to center. Pulse those elbows down slowly. Elbows are going wide, lead down with chest, not with pelvis, so core is squeezing in. We're not arching our back. The knees are there if you need them. Holding it there, rocking forward and back. Keep the bend through the elbows if you can manage to. Keep the bottom down, keep breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5. Try and keep that bend. Press through the knuckles, through the fingertips. Holding it forward. Speed up that pulse. Just making it a small one. Squeezing those muscles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, holding, rocking forward and back again. If it's getting too much, you can straighten those elbows, or if you want the challenge, keep the bend through the arms. Try and make it a bigger rock. Keep breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it forward, straighten up, knee to chest, up and up. Squeeze the abs in. Taking knee to opposite elbow, under and across. Almost there for this song. rocking forward and back. 4, 3, 2, holding it. Last song for the plank now. Keep strong through the abs, keep strong through the shoulders. Deep breath. Going to start with a full pike up, tap the opposite ankle, bring that knee down to chest when you come down if you want that extra challenge. If tapping is too much, you can just do it normally and then bring the leg down to chest, or you can just do pikes if you need a little break as well. Try and think about abs squeezing in to lift you up. Abs squeezing in when you come down, bring that knee high towards your chest. Stay strong through the shoulders. Try and keep up the pace. Get your heart rate up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Holding it down, we're going to tap those shoulders. Keep the body still. Try and stop that rocking motion. You can widen the feet if you need extra stability, or you can come down to your knees. Holding in center now. Little run in the center, knee to chest. Slowing it down if you need to. Keep the bottom down, keep the weight forward. Going back to those pikes, tapping ankle, knee to chest, up and down. Scooping belly in, strength through the shoulders, keep the shoulders away from your ears. Four, 3, 2, holding it down, shoulder taps. Squeezing abs in, keep the bottom down, try and minimize that rocking, keep the weight forward. Holding in center, pulse those arms down again, elbows going wide, lead down with chest, keep the weight forward. Squeezing, we're almost done with the plank. Press through the knuckles, through the fingertips. Back to those pikes, bringing knee into our chest when we come down still if we can manage to. We are about to hold it in a downward dog. Keep the bottom up high. We're going to go straight into arms. Our elbows are going to go wide as we push down and forward towards our hands, squeezing the triceps, high on those toes, going down and forward on an angle. Try not to just go directly down towards the mat. We're trying to go down and forward. Bottom stays up high, chest stays towards thighs, the knees can be bent, taking weight down and forward, squeezing those arms. Keep breathing, holding it there, and pulse, pulse. Try to keep the shoulders away from your ears. If it's really too much, you can come down to your knees. Keep breathing. Try and go a little bit lower. Resist that up and the down, squeezing the upper arms. Press really hard through your palms, through your knuckles and fingertips. Try and go higher on those toes. Back to the full movement, up and down, squeezing up and down. Keep the bottom up high, keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, holding it down again, pulsing there. Try and stay high on those toes. Keep the chest towards your thighs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Going to come down to our knees now. Grab our weights. We're in triceps behind our head. You can go weights or one weight. Elbows are narrow, weights are together. Core is in, going down and up for tricep extensions. Breathing deeply, slow it down if you need to. Keep squeezing belly in. Going down for that pulse. Down and down. Starting slower. Use resistance. Squeeze the triceps to go up and down. Going back to that full movement. Up and down. Squeezing up, resist the down. Down for that pulse, squeezing down, down, down. In through your nose, out through your mouth, deep breath. Keep squeezing abs in, keep those elbows narrow, not too wide. Speeding up this pulse, keep it tiny, keep it low. Going back to that full movement, up and down. Going back down for that pulse, starting with the faster one this time. Keeping it tiny, keeping it low. Pulse, pulse, pulse. We're going to keep pulsing, stay down low, just slow it down again. Down and down. Almost done with triceps, try to keep breathing. Going back to that faster pulse to finish it off. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're coming into some biceps. So you can either stay down or you can stand up. Palms going to be facing up for some bicep curls. Slow it down if you need to. You can start with one arm at a time instead of two. Core is in. Try not to lock the knees. Try and get the full extension. So rather than swing the elbows back when you get down, try and extend them down. Again, slower is okay. One at a time is okay. Same movement, just alternating now. Same movement, thumbs come up now into hammer curls. Still thinking about extending at the base, resisting the down, squeeze the biceps to come up. Now going back to together, up and down all the way. Now just coming to halfway and all the way back down. Try not to swing the elbows back. Don't go too high. Really use resistance. Squeezing on the down. Get all the way down. Up, down. Resisting as much as you can. Leave those palms up and extend forward now. Try not to go too high. Just shoulder height. resist the in. Don't swing the arms back behind our body, just pulling them in. Going out to side now, palms flip down when we go out. You can always go one arm at a time if it's getting too much. Keep breathing. Going behind our body now, we're going to squeeze our triceps when we lift. Try to keep those elbows where they are when we bend in, and when we get the arms straight, we're trying to lift them up a little bit higher using the triceps. Keep breathing, core is in, slight lean forward if that feels good. Almost there for this song. Try and lift up a little bit higher. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold those arms out to side now. Going into some little circles, keeping the arms out wide. If you need it to be a bit easier though, you can take a deeper bend through those elbows. Gonna reverse directions now, other way. Holding it out there now, we're going to be lifting up and down. Keep the shoulders away from ears, lengthening through those arms as much as we can. Down to press up now. Keep the shoulders away from ears, squeezing the upper body. I think I meant to say upper arms, but you get it. Gonna stay with this movement, just alternating now, switch between. Holding them bent, extending out and in. Try to keep the elbows still, hinging from the elbows. Leaving them bent, bringing them forward and back. So when we bring them forward, the palms face towards our face, and then opening out when we come to the side. Keep the elbows up high, keep the shoulders down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold those weights together now, pressing up and down. Using resistance, press the weights together, squeezing the upper arms. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, bringing them down in front to pulse. Make it a tiny movement. Again, press those weights together to get some resistance. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, backed out and in. We're almost there for arms today. Out and in again, keep those elbows still, lengthening the arms. 4, 3, 2, holding them out, lifting up, up and down. Keep the length through the arms, keep the shoulders down. Taking deep breaths. Bending and pressing up again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Holding those arms out to side and pulse. Keep the shoulders down, find some length through the arms. Last little bit. Last 4, last 3, last 2, and 1. Nice. Dropping the weights now, we're going to go into glutes. You need to grab one band and place it around the knees. We're going to start with some donkey kicks. Start by pressing up towards the ceiling, flex the foot, core is in. If you don't want to go this fast, you can slow it down. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Try and keep the body stable. Make sure we're keeping the knee bent, aiming up for the ceiling with the bottom of our foot and not the wall behind us, lifting up. Squeezing the base of our bottom, squeezing the back of our leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Holding it up for a slow pulse. Up and down, up and down. Don't go too fast yet. We'll speed it up soon. Start with resisting the movement, squeezing up and down with control. Feel like the wall's just above that foot and you're pressing up against it. Just make sure that core is still in. We're not arching our back to make this movement happen. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Holding it up, speed it up. Pulse, 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 pulse. Keep it tiny, keep resisting, keep pressing, squeezing as tight as we can through that glute. Try not to dump into our supporting side too much, stay centered. Keep it up there, keep it tiny. Don't forget to breathe. Holding it up there, we're going to start to extend and bend that leg out behind us. Flexing our foot, keep that knee up high. Try not to let it drop down, hinging from the knee, squeezing the base of our glutes. We're about to leave it bent and pulse up and down again. Keep that slower pace, keep squeezing there. Holding it up high, keep the knee bent, flex the foot a little bit harder, squeeze that bottom a little bit more. Faster pulse now to finish. Pulse, 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 pulse. Keep it tiny, keep it high, almost there for this side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. We're going to go directly into the other side. Just give that glute a bit of a shake. If your band has rolled, just making it flat again. Relax shoulders away from ears, core is in. Start with that up and down, resisting the down. Again, you don't have to come all the way down if you feel like you're kind of racing down. To make it just past halfway, or you can slow it right down as well. We're about to hold it up for that slow pulse now. Up and down, up and down. Make it tiny, keep it high, stay slow, don't speed it up. Check your core is in, check your shoulders are away from your ears, relax your jaw. If you feel like that supporting side is hurting, you can just place that same arm as supporting side out to kind of shift the weight back to center, speeding up that pulse now. Keeping it tiny, keeping it high. Think about the glutes squeezing. We're about to leave that leg up. We're going to extend and bend from that knee. Out and in, out and in. Squeeze in the back of the leg. Try and get a deep bend and then get that leg fully straight. Straight, deep bend, straight, deep bend. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Leaving it bent again, slow pulse. Up and down, up and down. Keeping it tiny, keeping it that slower pace. Remember that resistance. Imagine the ceiling is just above the foot. You're pressing against it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Holding it up. Hold. Keep that knee bent. Even bend a little bit deeper. Flex the foot a little bit harder. Squeeze the glute. We're almost there. Speed up that pulse. Pulse, 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 pulse. Core is in, shoulders relaxed, finishing it off strong. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to grab our second band now and place the band around our calves. Keep that top one on, laying onto our backs. Going to make sure with this exercise that we are flexing our feet, that we're keeping our knees really close in towards our chest and not at tabletop. Try and bring them in a little bit closer. Even if that means you're holding onto the band or you're holding onto your knees, opt for that. Going out and in. You can slow it down if you need to, as long as we're feeling that resistance when we come in. Squeezing our glutes. Try and go out wider. Keep resisting that in, so you can squeeze the glutes a little bit tighter, just not letting those knees crash back together. 4, 3, 2. Holding it out there to pulse. Tiny little movement. Squeezing glutes. Keep those knees in close towards our chest. Keep the feet flexed. Four, 3, 2. Gonna go back to that full movement in and out. Keeping those knees bent. Keep squeezing those glutes. Out to pulse again. Keeping it tiny. Keeping it as wide as we can make it. Deep breath. We're about to hold on to one knee, the other knee just goes out and in. Try your best to go directly to the side, not down and forward. We're leading out with the knee still and not with the foot. Use that glute, resist the in. We're going into the other side. Out and in, out and in. Holding onto that knee for stability to try not to let it activate, just focusing on one glute at a time now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Both legs out and in again. Almost there for this song. Keep breathing, keep trying to go wider. Going out to hold, thinking about the glutes, keeping them squeezing, keeping them on. Keep trying to go a little bit wider out with those knees. Deep breath, a little bit wider, flex those feet. We're going back to pulsing. Keep those knees apart. Keep the feet flexed, holding onto the bands or the knees if you need to. See how wide out you can go. Almost there. A little bit wider. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Taking those bands off, we're going to move into obliques. We need one weight where our knees are going to be wide. We're going to be sitting back on our feet and we're going to be going down to the side and back up. Make sure we're moving from the body first, not just swinging those arms down. If it's ever getting too much, we can just place the weight on the head instead of having our arms outstretched, or you can even drop the weight. Make sure you're thinking about the side of your body extending, squeezing with control to come back up. Keep breathing. It's really easy to hold your breath throughout this one. Try and take deep breaths. Think length through the body. Try not to swing the arms down and swing them up. Use the body to move. We're going down to pulse. Tiny movement at the base. It might not be this low. Just find your lowest point. Keep the top shoulder rolling back. Keep moving from the body, lengthening through the arms if you can manage, or the hands can go on the head. Staying down nice and low. We're almost done with this side. Coming up, other way, full movement, down and up. Squeezing the abs in, lengthen through the side of the body, lengthen through the arms. Use control to come back up. Keep breathing. Almost done with the full movement. Squeezing to come back up. We're about to hold it down and pulse it again. Tiny movement. Relax those shoulders away from ears. Try not to tense through the shoulders. Relax the jaw. We're coming up. We're going to alternate ways now. So just one way and the other way. Keep squeezing, lengthening through the body. Almost done with this song. See if you can go down a little bit lower. Eight, 7, 6, 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3. Try to keep moving. 2, 1. Done with obliques. We're moving on to abs now, so we're going to grab weights and start by pulsing back and forward. Legs are extended. Unless they start to activate, then you can bend into your knees. Think about your belly scooping towards your spine to pulse back. Try not to come up too high. Tiny movement down at the base. Relax those shoulders. Try not to hunch forward too much. Keep breathing. Keep thinking about the belly squeezing in and down. 8, 7, 6, try and go a little bit lower, squeezing in. 4, 3, 2, we're going to be holding it back to twist side to side. Squeezing the oblique, squeeze the abs in, pedal into your knees as you need to. Try to lead down with the elbows rather than the hands, rather than the weights. If the weights are too much, you can drop down to 1 or just go none, hands to prayer. See if you can go back any further, squeeze down a little bit tighter. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, going to come back to center, and no, we're not, ignore that, we're going to keep going. I probably should go back and re-record this, but you know what, it's fine. Now we're going to come back to center and pulse. Back and forward, scoop the belly in, keep breathing. Bend into the knees if you need to. Going to bring one knee in towards our chest as we pulse now. Squeezing from the abs. Try your best if you've got those weights to keep them near your chest rather than pull them away when you lean back, keeping them at the chest to increase resistance. If your legs start to hurt, you can either angle the knees out or you can just continue to pulse without lifting those legs up. Going to go back to pulsing without those legs. You can continue with the arms up if you'd like a challenge, or you can keep those arms down. If your legs are hurting, I suggest keeping the arms down as you go. Keep making this movement, come from the belly, squeeze the abs in, resist that up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, we're going to hold it back and twist again, leading down with the elbow, squeeze the obliques. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. We're almost done with this song. Lean back a little bit further. Little bit further back if you can manage. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. We're going to ditch those weights. We're going to grab our roller. If you don't have a roller at home, you don't have to use one. You can do this one laying on the mat. Make sure the roller is just above the bottom and not too low down. We're going to start with some toe taps down towards the mat. If you've got more of a challenge, the arms can rest above the head. If you feel like you need more support, that roller can go more underneath your bottom. Try and make it really light with the toe taps, squeezing the belly in and down. You can either stay with these toe taps, or if you're feeling ready, making these into leg extensions. Watch that top knee isn't coming too close in towards your chest. Try to keep them relatively above your hips. See how low down you can take that bottom leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Gonna leave one leg down and circle it around. Make it a tiny movement. Move from the hip, not the knee. Try and extend that leg as much as possible, but don't activate it using our abs to circle the leg around. Back the other way, stay low. Keep breathing. Watch that top knee isn't coming in too close. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 are the legs. Circle around. Keep scooping the abs in and down. Staying with that same leg, other direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Going into bicycles with those legs. Big circle around. Try your best to get the legs straight as it goes down. Make sure the knees still aren't coming too close in towards the chest. Try and make it a little bit more exaggerated. Squeeze the belly in. We're going to reverse ways back around. This time the leg is extending out low and long before it rises up. We're about to take our toes really low down towards the mat, definitely lower than bottom. Knees go out and in. Squeeze the abs in and down as well. Try not to let the back arch. It's not about how wide the knees go, it's about how low down those toes stay. Try your best to keep the big toes together. We're moving with control. Even if that means slower, just move slower. Make all these movements come from the core. Squeeze in and down. We're going to finish off with some little toe taps. Actually, probably not finishing off. I'm probably just moving on to some toe taps. Try your best to keep those toes really low. Don't let the knees come too close in. Keep them tiny, keep them light. Now we're going to finish off with some scissor kicks. Get those legs down low if you need to. Bend deeper into that top knee. Or you can just go back to toe taps if you need a little rest. See how low down that bottom leg can go. Keep it straight. Keep squeezing from the abs. Watch that top leg isn't coming in too close. We are almost there for this song. Little bit lower, a little bit longer with those legs. Deep breath, squeeze in and down. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Getting rid of that roller. We're going to stay laying on our backs. Our legs are going to be bent at tabletop, and we're going to start with some crunching up and down. Scoop belly in towards spine as we lift up. Get those shoulder blades off the mat. If you need to, rest your legs down if they feel heavy. Or you can cross at the ankles. If you're feeling ready, speeding this up. Up and down, up and down. Try your best to keep that lower back pressed through the mat. We do that by squeezing our abs in and down, not just squeezing them and letting them poke up. Try and scoop them in. We're about to hold it up and pulse. Tiny movement. Get those shoulder blades off the mat and keep them off the mat when we're pulsing. Don't let them tap down between each one. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Make sure you're still breathing. Squeeze up that little bit higher. We're going to keep those legs where they are. Take elbow to knee. Cross over. Squeeze the obliques in towards the side of the body. Abs stay in and down. Try your best to get that elbow past the knee. Big lift. Shoulder blade definitely coming off the mat. If you feel ready, we're going to extend those legs as we go. Opposite leg goes down to the mat. Either extend or bend and toe tap. It's up to you. Or the legs can stay where they are. We're about to leave one elbow to the knee and pulse across. Keep the shoulder blade off the mat. If you need to, you can rest that other leg down onto the mat rather than have it hovered, but hovering is a bit more of a challenge. Keep squeezing the side of the body into the side of the body. We're going to change directions, change legs. Squeeze your obliques in, keep breathing. Keep reaching that elbow past the knee, a little bit higher. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're going to go back to elbow to knee, crossing over. Toe taps are okay, or legs still is okay. Keep breathing. Get that elbow up past the knee. In through your nose, out through your mouth, deep in that breath. Keep the lower back pressed down. Keep the belly scooping in. You're about to come back to center and pulse. Keep those shoulder blades off the mat. If those legs are feeling heavy, rest them down or cross the ankles. See if you can lift up a little bit higher. Keep breathing, keep squeezing abs in and down. We're almost done. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, elbow to opposite knee. Keep those legs still for now. Keep trying to reach further across. Squeeze the obliques, lift, lift, lift. If you would like to, adding in that leg extension, finishing it off. If you want more of a challenge, extending out those legs, scissor kicking. Almost there, keep breathing. If you want to stay with bent knees, stay with bent knees. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You are done. Big reach up above your head, breathe deeply into your belly. Bringing our right knee in towards our chest. Keeping our shoulders grounded, take that right knee over to the left side of our body, big twist into our back, breathing deeply into our belly. Try and relax through the spine, relax through the core. Coming back to center, bringing our left knee in this time, squeezing it in with our arms. Taking it over to the right side of our body, shoulders stay grounded, relaxing through the back, through the belly. Deep twist into our spine. Deep breath. Coming back to center, finding some stillness for your body. Tucking your shoulders underneath, trying to make your back flat on the mat. Relaxing the muscles of your face. Releasing through your shoulders. Breathing down into your belly. Bringing some movement back into your fingers and your toes. Bringing your knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a little squeeze in. When you're ready, making your way up to seated. Relaxing through your shoulders and relaxing through your belly. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathing in, breathing out. Make this the deepest breath for your day. Release. Opening your eyes when you're ready. Thanks, team.